So the background screening industry has a massive challenge with inaccurate data. And I'm talking about the data you feed into your background screens. That's applicant entries, ATSs, and HRS systems, and errors that can wreck your process. Now, these systems, I like them. They're game changers for HR. They've got a dark side, though. They're costing you quality, oftentimes when it comes to data. We're going to break it down and turn you into the data micromanager who builds unstoppable screens because that's what it takes. Let's start with the good stuff. Applicant tracking systems, ATSs, HR information systems, HRSs. I mean, they're absolute rock stars when it comes to business. They've literally revolutionized HR. Easy ad placements, slick resume reviews, interview scheduling, onboarding, even background checks integrated right into the technology. Applicant-directed data, the applicants filling out the information themselves, a total win. Getting folks to fill out forms online slash costs and boosted efficiency. I mean, I love this tech. It's made HR life literally much better. And employees dig the convenience, so it's good all around. But here's the kicker. In the race for efficiency, we've traded quality. Applicant-directed data can have up to a 24% error and fraud rate. That's 1 in 4 screens at risk of being junk. You know, I've been here a long time. You know that I've done a lot of these. And I'm telling you, bad data is the silent killer of good screening. So how does it go wrong? All right, so picture this. An applicant's applying on their phone to your job. You wanted it that way. It's easy. So they're applying on their phone. They're parked in their car over lunch. They're rushing. They're fat fingering keys, dropping extra spaces, messing up the apostrophes, whatever it is. It's a mess. But they do get their application in. You know, they typed an informal name, Maddie for Madeline, Chuck for Charles, or get this, I've even seen Coach as their first name. I've seen CJ, JR, middle names as first names, doubled up names, even John Awesome Smith. I guess someone being cute. Birth dates rounded off to look younger. Addresses, typos or fake ones to dodge records even. All because it was applicant directed. Applicant entered. And the real threat, fraud. Online forums and videos actually teach people how to hack background checks by tweaking a name, shift a birth date, use a bogus address, or jumble their social security number. Schools, nonprofits, churches, anywhere applicants enter their own data, fraudsters try their luck. Pedophiles play these games, knowing a typo might hide their record. If you're not running aliases or catching errors, they're laughing all the way to the job, to the volunteer place you're going to give them. All right. So a nonprofit client of ours was hiring a youth counselor using their shiny new ATS, right? The applicant, Mike Johnson, entered his info on his phone, first name, Mike J. No middle name, a slightly off birth date, an address that was his buddy's place. The ATS sent it straight to the screener, right? Via their API, hands off, super efficient. Everybody loves it. Nobody checked his ID. The screen came back clean. But payroll flagged it later. Oh, his real name isn't Michael J. It's Michael James Johnson with a different birth date. Well, it turns out Michael James had a pending sex offense in another county under his legal name. The nonprofit had hired him. And when parents found out, they went ballistic when everything was discovered. So one typo, one unchecked name, and a fraudster slips through. That's the havoc that bad data wreaks. All right, so now let's talk about these ATS and HRS systems. These integrations are slick. Data flows from your applicant to the screener in seconds via these APIs. No human touch, no double checks. It's like a superhighway. But if your data's garbage, you're speeding towards a crash, literally. Searches get backed up, fail, or miss records because Mike J isn't Michael James. You know, I see it all the time. Only 1 in 10 recruiters even check an ID before hitting submit or changing the ATS status to offer made. Most wait till the I-9 process. Way too late. In the industry, literally the background screening industry, we race to integrate with ATS systems, selling efficiency over exactness. The gold standard back there, remember, Module 6, Lesson 1, legal names, middle names, birth dates, address, right? That gets tossed out over efficiency. And the result is what? Disrupted searches, delays, clients griping about service, when the real issue is their own bad data coming into the system, right? So how do you conquer this inaccurate data like a professional? All right, so here's your game plan. First, micro-manage data entry. Literally require legal names first, middle, last on applications. Don't accept nicknames like Maddie or Coach. And lock fields to avoid typos. Check IDs early. Verify, this is absolutely a requirement. Check the IDs early. Verify the applicant's ID before submitting the background check. Not at the I-9 time. Catch Mike J versus Michael James. Catch it up front. Run those address history traces right. Use that address trace to spot real addresses and aliases. Then search them all. Don't trust applicant-entered addresses. All right? Validate the birth dates. Cross-check the birth dates to the ID. And address history traces to catch fudged ages or typos. Finally, educate your team. Train HR pros to spot fraud, right? And the fraud risks, which are bogus addresses, jumbled social security numbers. And literally know that 24% of the applicant data that they're entering could be wrong or fake. You're not just screening. You're literally trying to build this fortress around your company. And it really does. It starts with clean data. So this is your moment. ATS and HRS systems are awesome, but don't let their efficiency blind you to the 24% error and fraud trap that can occur. Literally, be the micromanager who demands legal names, verifies IDs, and stops fraudsters cold. You're not just running screens. You're literally protecting your organization from the chaos of bad data by micromanaging it. All right? Next, we're diving into the impact of applicant ID fraud. Stick with me. You're gonna be unstoppable.